This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. Leaders from the group of 20 nations were considering a draft resolution on Tuesday in which most members strongly condemned the war in Ukraine and stressed it was exacerbating fragilities in the global economy, diplomats said. The document is yet to be adopted by the summit and could be changed. G20 ministers' gatherings in the past have failed to produce joint declarations due to disagreements between Russia and other members on language, including on how to describe the war in Ukraine. The summit, being held on the Indonesian island of Bali, marks the first time the G20 leaders are meeting since Russia's February invasion of Ukraine, which Russia has described as a special military operation. The war and worries over global inflation, food and energy security have overshadowed the meeting. Earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told the summit in a virtual address that now was the time to stop Russia's war in his country, in quote, justly and on the basis of the UN Charter and international law. The world's population has reached 8 billion people, the United Nations has said, warning of more hardship in store for regions already facing resource scarcity because of climate change. Reaching 8 billion people is, in quote, a sign of human success, but it is also a great risk for our future, said John Wilmoth, the director of the UN's Population Division, on Tuesday. Middle-income countries, mainly in Asia, accounted for most of that growth, gaining some 700 million people since 2011. India added about 180 million people and is set to surpass China as the world's most populous nation next year. The family of Shirin Abu Akleh say they are, in quote, encouraged by the United States announcing an investigation into the Palestinian-American Al Jazeera correspondent's killing in May. In a statement released on Tuesday, the family said the US decision, first reported on Monday, was necessary considering Abu Akleh's citizenship and the fact that she was killed, in quote, by a foreign military. Israeli forces shot and killed Abu Akleh, aged 51, in the northern occupied West Bank town of Jenin, where she was reporting on an Israeli raid. Video footage, several witnesses, and multiple investigations by independent media outlets showed there were no armed Palestinians in the area where Abu Akleh and other journalists were standing before Israeli soldiers started firing at them. Despite initial Israeli claims that Abu Akleh may have been shot in crossfire between Israeli soldiers and Palestinian fighters, Israel eventually admitted in September that one of its soldiers likely killed Abu Akleh, but said that no criminal investigation would be conducted. Crowds of people in the southern Chinese city of Guangzhou crashed through COVID-19 barriers and marched down streets in chaotic scenes on Monday night, according to videos posted online in a show of public resentment over coronavirus curbs. Among all the latest outbreaks in China, Guangzhou has the biggest caseload, with new daily infections of COVID-19 topping 5,000 for the first time and fueling speculation that localized lockdowns could widen. Videos posted and widely shared on Twitter showed noisy scenes in Guangzhou's Aizu district late on Monday night of people charging down streets and demonstrating with white hazmat suit-clad workers. Several hashtags related to the topic of riots in the area were scrubbed from China's Twitter-like Weibo by Tuesday morning. Neither the Guangzhou city government nor the Guangdong provincial police responded to newsmen's request for comment. Britain will pull out its 300 troops from a UN peacekeeping force in Mali, following similar withdrawals this year by other Western nations, a government minister said on Monday. The early withdrawal comes after France and its military allies began withdrawing thousands of troops from Mali this year, as the country's military junta began collaborating with private contractors belonging to Russia's Wagner Group. The Western withdrawals from Mali this year have caused fears among diplomats that this could increase violence, destabilize neighbors, and embolden jihadists. British Armed Forces Minister James Heappey told Parliament recent coups in Mali had undermined international efforts to help bring peace in the country, which has seen growing violence in recent years by groups linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State. The Malian government's partnership with Wagner, which has also been linked to human rights abuses, was counterproductive to security in the region, he added. Heappey said Britain's commitment to West Africa and UN work in the region would continue. Britain sent troops to Mali late in 2020 to provide reconnaissance support to the peacekeeping mission of about 14,000 personnel. Mali's army spokesperson, Souleymane Dembele, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Tuesday!